Hi, grade 5. This will be the last video for chapter 4, multiplying decimals. Today I want to focus on what we do when we have zeros in the product, or more zeros in our question. These two factors here, we have 0 and 800ths multiplied by 13 thousandths. Well, you can see already that my question has quite a few zeros in it. And of course, I can do it like this. I can write it out. 0, 0, 1, 3. And multiply by 0.08. And I could do my math like this, and that would be just fine. I would get the correct answer, but multiplying all these zeros leaves me with lines of, zeros and adding them all together. It's not necessary. So I'm going to teach you a quick trick that'll help speed things up and give you the correct answer. Before I begin my work, what I'm going to do is just count the decimals like we usually do when we're doing decimal multiplication. I have 1, 2 decimal places, 1, 2, 3 decimal places. In total, I have 5 decimal places. So I have 5 of them. And instead of doing it like this and ending up with lots of lines of zeros, I'm just going to multiply the whole numbers now. I'm going to do 13 times 8. And that's going to be 8 times 3, I have 24. 8 times 1 is 8, and the 2, 104. Well, of course, we know that's not the right answer because we multiplied a decimal less than 1 by a decimal less than 1. It can't be 104. It's just impossible. What I have here is 3 numbers, 3 different values. I know before I started, I have 5 decimals in my answer has to have 5 decimal places. So I have 3 right here. All I'm going to do to create the other 2 decimal places is add 2 zeros. I put my decimal in, you can put a 0 here if you like, and I'm ready to go. And that's it. Okay? Another example is a question like this. I have, what is this, 10 thousandths? Yes, 86 10 thousandths multiplied by 31 hundred thousandths. And if I did this question the traditional way, where I just did my work like this, I would end up with oodles and oodles, tons of zeros, and I'd have more zeros in my question than whole numbers. So to speed things up and make it a lot faster and still end up with the correct answer, I'm just going to multiply the whole numbers. But before I start, I do need to count my decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and 5. I'm going to have 9 decimal places. So my product has to have 9 decimal places. I'm probably going to end up with some zeros in there. So now I go ahead and multiply my whole numbers. 86 times 31, because those are the whole numbers out of those 2 products. 2 factors, sorry. I have 1 times 6, that's going to leave me with 6. 1 times 8 is 8. I put my little magic 0. 3 times 6, I have 18. 3 times 8 is 24, plus that is 25. I do my addition. 6. This one's going to be 16. That's another 6 and 2. So what I'm left with is 2,666, but of course that's impossible because I multiplied 2 numbers that were much less than 1, so I can't end up with a whole number like this. What I have here is 1, 2, 3, 4 digits, 4 different values here. In my answer, I know I'm going to need 9. So I go to the left-hand side and I add 1, 2, 3, 4, and is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I'm going to need 1 more. And that gives me my answer. It's just a much faster way. By doing it this way, by multiplying the whole numbers and then putting the decimals back at the end, it saves me lines and lines of zeros, and I still end up with the correct product at the end. Okay? So I hope that helps and is a faster way for you to do your math.